Hi, welcome back to the channel. So this is the Class 42 made by Lima. It was named Dragon. Its pre-tops number is D for Delta 814. I'm not going to apportion blame on, the seller or the courier as to why it ended up smashed, but it was smashed. So moving on, I cut a deal with the seller to buy it at a scrap value. I think it was a good idea that I put it all in a plastic bag because, and I need to be kind of careful here because some of these plastic shards that are broken can be pretty sharp, I would guess. So I'm going to be very careful taking that out. Now let me cut to the plan here. I have a Hornby body shell, which is kind of fairly recent. This is in the British Rail green, named Benbow, D for Delta 805, and I picked this up a couple of months ago. I always sort of fancied sort of building my own Class 42, and I thought, well, this is a good starting point. Well, I'll use an old gear train, old motor, and fit it in here. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But it never works out that way. Now, according to the tooling, this tooling never really changed much from Lima's first early designs. But I think I might get caught out with this one. I don't think everything matches up, so there might need to be a little bit of modification here and there. Now here's a quick tip on these body shells coming apart. They're quite tricky actually, but the secret is, so yeah, these babies here, glue spreaders. Let me show you the base. There's two locating screws here, one here and one up here. I'll open it up in a second. So you've got to release those, then prise apart the body shell. Best way of doing it is putting pressure up here on the side wall, get a glue spreader in and just move it along. But yeah, and the thing is, one of the problems about the Class 42, there's very little information available out there in terms of instruction sheets, service guides. There's nothing, so you're on your own with this one, really. But I was very paranoid. I didn't want to crack the body shell. But these things saved the day again. They're so good. So, right, let me show you the internal side of it. Okay, so this is the internals of the Benbow, and the two screws fit up through here, and they marry up with these pillars here, one here and one on the other side. And that's the sort of final locating point by what I could see. These screws here, I think, are for possibly, there's been a bracket here with a weight, I'm not too sure. This end is going to be for the dummy bogie. Is going to come. There's going to be a steel pillar will come through here, and the dummy bogie is going to be beneath this section. This will be the motor drive up here. So yeah, a lot of this kind of going to have to play by ear because, as I say, there's no instructions. So let's go back to the Lima model, and let's see if what we can recover or what we can do. So I've taken the body shell off of this smashed British Rail 42. It's a little bit like doing forensics here. I've had to try and match up where I think everything should be, because the this lead weight was turned over on its side, and some of the housing bit had collapsed. So I've put that back where I reckon it should be. There was a missing cab, so there's no cab this end, but there is one here, so it's fair enough. So what am I going to try and do here? I'm going to see if there's any life in the chassis. So I'm going to put some power on here temporarily. If I can get this lower chassis running on the layout, then we can proceed, but I don't know. I'm not overly confident about this. So, okay, so I've kind of got this together, and I just want to test this electrically. This chassis frame I'm not going to be using because I do have the frame and the body shell from the green version. So, but this is purely testing it electrically. Like I keep a 9-volt battery on my workbench, but that's not how you can test these. You've got to put the power across both bogies. So best way to do it is in a piece of track. I think this has been stored in a shed or something. You could see like grass or something inside it. I don't know if you can see some of the remnants, but yeah. Anyway, fingers crossed. Let's see. We're going to put some power on this and see if it goes. Okay, it's on full power. Forward. So let's go. Oh my goodness, relief. Relief. It's like one thing has gone right with this model. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright. I did tentatively put a couple of drops of oil on the gearing, just to give it a kind of a help. I'll tell you what, the weight in the middle of this is massive, isn't it? My goodness. Okay, so yeah, it's now deconstruct and see if we can fit this into the Hornby bend bow. But I'll tell you what, I'm really delighted that this works electrically. Okay, so I've got the lower chassis and the motor and stuff back on the workbench. Now the old body housing, I'm looking at I'm just thinking, what can I harvest out of this? I think maybe just the cab and the black area down here. All right, so let me salvage just whatever, and then I'm going to start bringing in the new chassis and methodically trying to transfer the parts without damaging anything, etc. Just be as careful as I can. Okay, so yeah, I've been motoring on with this. I just thought I'd pause and give you a quick update, because it's not going to be long before I put the housing on top of this. I had to make a modification. This plastic bridge is across here. Now this might be for where the decoder is fitted, and it's probably a different motor. Well, almost certainly it's a different motor. It's inside the newer Hornby version. Now I don't need that currently, and if I need to put some sort of bridge in here, then I can do that. It's quite something else, actually. It's quite a design. This normally sits on the base here, but because there's two securing pillars for possibly the other weights or Might have even had something to do with the decoder, I don't know. So what I've done is I've managed to fit it, fits nicely on its side, and if you can see in beneath there, let me change the lighting a little bit. You'll see I've got some blue tack under it just to save it moving around too much. I fed the pin in as well, and yeah, all good there. I just make sure that these plastic pillars don't foul the ring-field motor when it's turning. Let me just go check that. Right, yeah, those two plastic sidewalls, I had to remove that because it was restricting the bogie movement a little bit, so I was a bit concerned about that. And as I didn't need them, they're going. I'm going to tidy it up with a file. And I've also added, you don't need to do this, but I've just added a little bit of grease to where the bogie rotates. Anyway, let's do a sort of trial fit and see how we go on. Right, so at long last, I've now transformed this smashed up Lima Class 42 Warship into British Rail Green Ben Bow, and a little bit of modification of the chassis. Obviously this is a far newer body shell that was designed or is designed for DCC, and there's obviously a bit of a platform in there, or was in there, for where you put your DCC chip. I've removed that, so this is old style DC with the ring-field motor, and yeah, I really like it. Let's see if this is going to work though. This is the all-important test. So we've got her in forward direction. Off we go. Well, we have life. Oh, that's just amazing. That's great. It's quite funny having a relatively new Hornby body shell onto an old Lima ring-field setup. But as you can see, she's going rather well. Very quiet. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really happy about that, because when that model turned up smashed, I can tell you I was really downhearted and I was heartbroken, because, you know, it's never nice to see a model train all smashed up. As I say, I don't want to apportion any blame, but I thought, well, if I can rescue what I can out of that smashed up model, I've got this body shell, and with some modifications if necessary, we can build a Class 42. I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but we've done it, we've achieved it. So I'm really happy, delighted. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.